Alright, so I'm doing a little video of our outside. This is the front porch. And some of our property is actually across the street. Over there is where the river starts. There's a little stone bridge here, famous historical bridge. So if you go across the street, well, the porch is gated, so we just let the dog kind of go in and out all day, unsupervised. I know you said you would supervise your dog, but she just kind of hangs out all day and she's happy to do that. And then walk down this little hill. It's kind of steps, but they're not in great shape. And there's a little meadow here. That's the bridge. And then the property kind of goes down, just follows the river down the hill. But it's kind of woodsy and not well kept, so you probably won't hang out there that much. But down here, so there's a little field down there, and then our property ends, there's another house, a driveway right there. So down here, these stairs are also, they're here, but they're a little wobbly. Just be careful. This is a great little kind of beach area, swimming hole. Our son loves to play here and pretend to go fishing, swim. And you can kind of walk up the river a little bit if you want to. And you can probably go about, depends on the weather, anywhere from knee deep to hip deep in that water. But that water is cold. The water by the path, a few minutes walk away, is so warm and lovely. But our little ridge is much more refreshing, we could say, to swim in. There's the house. Come on, Lex. And you can walk back up these stairs. This is the parking spot. It's across the street from the house. You can probably fit 2 cars there if you need to. There's a little woodshed where you could store, bikes or strollers, scooters. We store all that stuff there. The chicken food will probably be there. I'm not sure. We might put it next to the coop. Laxa! Come on! And then this is a little gate, so it doesn't actually work to close, but we just leave it closed like this, and it's fine for the dog and for our son. But it's not a super tight closure, if that worries you. And then this is kind of the yard area that we use and play in every day. So it's not huge, but it's great. You can play games here. We have a hose. This is the chicken coop where the chicks will be. Let me just let the dog in. And we have all these lilac trees, but they'll probably be finished by the time you get here. So there will be, I think, a little run here that we still have to build. So you'll just open a little door and then let the chicks out from this door. We're gonna put a hook here. And then this is the nest box, but they're not laying eggs, so you won't use that. And there's a little door here you can open. We'll probably use this to put in their food and water. We'll show you that when you come. And then the yard continues up here. So that's our compost bin. You can save all your kitchen scraps and throw it in there. And there's a nice picnic table. The lights work, so it's lovely to eat out here. This back door it has to be sanded and painted. So I'm hoping that will be done by the time you get here, but it's possible it won't, in which case we won't be using that door. So you'll just come around the front. And then there's this little path back here. And this may or may not be cleaned up by the time you come. There's a little fire pit here if you want to use it, and some chairs that look over the bridge here, so it's quite lovely. There can definitely be some mosquitoes here because it's a little shady, but just bring, we use like all natural bug spray and it works fine. I don't think the mosquitoes are that bad actually. So this part is not fenced, so that goes back into the woods and there's no fence there. Our dog has been totally fine. She runs back there, but stays around home. And she sometimes even runs down to the river and goes swimming by herself. But just be aware that that is not fenced. And this is definitely, a steep fall. So for children, especially little children, this is something parents might want to be wary of for sure. Keep an eye on your child that they don't come back to this part by themselves if they're really little. But our son was 3 when we moved here. He turned 4 in January and we've never had a problem. And then I'll do the garden too, and then I'll start a new video to go inside. So come back on the porch. So this is open, so the dog or the kids can just kind of run around and come back. And we leave the door open usually if it's nice weather. You can just leave it open all day. And then to get to the garden, it's actually a strange little property. You have to walk on the road, and the garden borders our neighbor's house. But they are a lovely couple, super friendly, and they let us use their hose to water. So you could definitely do that too. We would ask you to water the garden, a couple times depending on the weather. Maybe 3 times if you're here for 10 days. Maybe if there's little seedlings, a little bit more for the seedlings. So this is one patch. There's garlic here. There will probably be some garlic available for your use. There's some greens growing here. I don't know what's going to be growing when the guests come. There's a patch of rhubarb, some spinach that overwintered, another lilac tree. So this is the neighbor's house, but all on this side, on the left side, is our property. And then there's 2 more patches back here. This is our knotweed, which is a super terrible invasive, but we've actually been experimenting with eating it. It's very sour. It's kind of like a rhubarb or a sorrel. So I made a pie with it that was absolutely delicious. We've made some delicious jam with it. You're welcome to experiment with it. And then this is the other garden plot. So this will be definitely much more planted when you come, and actually the peas, there will probably be a lot of peas for you to eat when you're here. I don't know what else there will be because I'm not a very good gardener, but hopefully some stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go back inside and start a new video. That's pretty much all of our outdoor property.